discuss quadratic equation. What does quadratic equation mean? Quadratic equation is any mathematical statement with letters of English language which highest power of the letters is 2 and it must have equality sign. I repeat again, 4 things defines quadratic equation. 1, it is a mathematical statement. 2, it has letters of English language. 3, the highest power of the letter is 2. And 4, it must have equality sign. This quadratic equation has general formula. The general formula of quadratic equation is written this way: as squared plus bs plus c equals to 0. So it must have alphabet of English language. 2, it must have equality sign. 3, it is a mathematical statement. And 4, the highest power of the alphabet or letters is 2. Because power of this s is 1, while power of this s is 2. Now, we have seen the definition of quadratic equation, that it is a mathematical statement, it has letters of English language, the highest power of the letter is 2, and it must have equality sign. What if it does not have equality sign? What if it is written this way: as squared plus bs plus c, no equality sign? This is called quadratic expression. This is called quadratic expression. Why this is called quadratic equation? So, this is called quadratic equation because it has equality sign. Why this is called quadratic expression? Because it does not have equality sign. Then, next thing is, do you know that this general form of quadratic equation can be solved? Yes. When you solve this general form of quadratic equation, the implication is that when you use completing the square method and solve it, you will get quadratic formula. I repeat, when you use completing the square method and solve this general form of quadratic equation, you will get what we call quadratic formula. The one people call almighty formula, but the name is quadratic formula. See what we mean? Solving this equation using completing the square method. How do we do it? How do we use completing the square method to solve this? First step, step 1. What you do is use this a, the coefficient of s squared. Use it to divide everything. Now see how we will divide it. We say divide by a, divide by a, divide by a, divide by a. Now, after you have divided it by a, you will be having this will cancel this s squared plus this. Can this cancel this? No. You write b over a x plus c over a, because they are not the same to cancel. Because a divides 0, 0. Now, the step 2 you have to do is carry this c over a to the other side. You will be having x squared plus b over ax equals to minus c over a. So that is what you will be getting when you carry this c over a to the other side. So this c over a will turn to minus c over a. Now, next thing you do, the next step you take is this b over a. This b over ax. What you do is this b over ax used to multiply this denominator. When you use 2 to multiply this denominator, that 2 is constant. You have b over 2a. Then that b over 2a you have, just carry that b over 2a, square it on both sides. I said use 2 to multiply this denominator, you have b over 2a. Carry that b over 2a, square it, and take it to the other side, or to both sides of the equation. See what we mean? Write x squared plus, write b over ax plus, then use 2 to multiply the denominator, we have b over 2a. You write b over 2a. Once you have used 2 to multiply the denominator, square it. And as you have written it here, write it the other side too. b over 2a all squared. So you now say minus c over a. So what we simply did is that we used 2 to multiply the denominator, it gave us b over 2a. Then you squared it and add it on both sides. So as you have gotten b over 2a, square it and add on both sides. Now in mathematics, this expression is the same thing as writing x plus b over 2a all squared. The totality of this expression means this. How do we know that? See how we got it. S plus b over 2a, this means s plus b over 2a bracket s plus b over 2a. Then what you do is that s times x squared, s times this, bx over 2a, this times this, bx over 2a, this times this, b squared over, this times this, 4a squared. Now, b squared over 4a squared is the same thing as b over 2a all squared. Because b squared, 2 squared 4, a squared, a squared. Now this plus it, because they are the same thing, it will give you 2bx over 2a. Where 2 will cancel 2. So when 2 cancel 2, it will be giving you b over ax plus b over 2a all squared plus x squared. Have you seen that squaring this will give you back this? So that is how we say, that is why we say that the expression you see here is something with this. You say is equals to minus c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. You look for LCM. LCM of this total will be giving you 4a squared. This by this 4a. 4a times this minus 4ac plus this by this 1 times this b squared equals to x plus b over 2a all squared. Okay? Then what you do now is, after getting this, in mathematics, when you remove power of 2, when you have x squared equal to, let's say 1, and you are removing this power of 2, when you remove power of 2, you have x equals to, you must put square root to the other side, plus or minus. You must put square root to the other side and put plus or minus, then put that one. Why you are putting plus or minus square root is because you remove power of 2 in the other side. Now that rule is what we apply here. As we remove power of 2 here, we have s plus b over 2a equals to, because you have removed power of 2, you say plus or minus square root of. Now, minus 4ac plus b squared in mathematics, something as you writing b squared minus 4ac. That is just all about packaging. All over 4a squared. Okay? Then, what you do now is, you now say make S subject of formula S equals to this go the other side minus B over 2A plus or minus square root of B square minus 4AC all over square root of 4A square. Yes, that is because square root of A over B is second square root of A all over square root of B from laws of sort. So what you do now is that you now say this thing does not have exact square root. You write it the same way. B square minus 4AC all over square root of 4, 2, square root of A square A, then minus B over 2A equals to X. So what will happen now is that we look for LCM. We say S equal to, we check the LCM of 2A and 2A. It will be giving you 2A. 2A divided 2A, 1. 1 times minus B, plus or minus 2A divided 2A, 1 times this, square root of B square minus 4AC. Okay, we are done with the derivation. This tells you that this plus or minus you have here simply means that S is equal to minus B plus root B square minus 4AC all over 2A, or that S is equal to minus B plus minus B, you take minus square root of B square minus 4AC all over 2A. Okay? Now, we have been able to factorize this expression or quadratic equation. We have been able to factorize this quadratic equation, and we have factorized it to get this quadratic formula. So this quadratic formula can be used to solve any quadratic equation, whether the answer will give you decimal point or decimal number, or whether the answer will give you whole number. See what we mean? Take for instance, they say factorize 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Please, that must be quadratic equation before you can use quadratic formula. If there is no equals to 0, please don't use quadratic formula. Okay? So, see what you do. Because you have this formula, you just say S, just write the whole equation. Just write the whole equation. 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals to 0. Compare it with the general form of quadratic equation. Now, while comparing, you have that a equal to 2, s squared a equal to 2, s b equal to minus 5, c equal to 3. Okay? So, see how I will factorize it now. I will now say the first value of L equals to, I will take this minus b5 plus square root of, what is my b squared? Minus 5 squared minus 4 times, what is my a? 2 times 3 all over, what is my a? 2 times 2. So 2 times 2, 4. This will be giving you 4. You clean and write 4. You summarize. Minus times minus 5, 5 plus square root of minus 5 squared, 25. 4 times 2, 8 times 3, 24. 25 minus 24, 1. So 1 all over 4. That will be giving you, square root of 1 is 1. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 over 4, 6 over 4. And that will be giving us 3 over 2. Then the second value of x will be, use the second formula. minus bracket minus 5. I will not say minus because second formula say minus square root of minus 5 square minus 4 times 2 minus 4 times 2 times 3. So all over 4 because 2 times a is 4. S will be equal to 5 minus this 25 minus 24 1 all over 4. Therefore, it implies that x equal to square root of 1 1. 5 minus 1 4. 4 over 4 1. Therefore, s equal to 3 over 2 or 1. You can see you can use this quadratic formula we have to solve any quadratic equation given to you. See next video to see next thing we need to know on quadratic equation. We want to see formulas, very important, that we have to know in quadratic equation. Keep in touch with our video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my video. See you in the next video. Thank you.